Well, I started when I was 28, and let's see, that was 1994. And so I was working for some consulting folks and doing the same kind of ERP. They sold an ERP package, and I worked for them. I was kind of a consultant, a little bit IT, a little bit business kind of consulting for them, did some tech work. And they had these cool compensation plans, and every time we would, destroy the compensation plan and make a bunch of money, they'd be like, no, you can't do that, right? You made too much money, we change it. So they did that to me a couple of times, and I had a couple of pet customers, and they were like, why don't you just come do our stuff, right? And I was 28 and didn't know any better, so went out and did that. Well, I've been thinking about it, right? I mean, my son works at my business, my son-in-law. They're in it. They work in it every day. And and they're great at what they do, but that doesn't mean they would be great at being the owner of the business, right? And I'm not sure they want to. They don't even know what the stress and the worry and all that kind of thing is for that. So, I was looking for a good option, a good landing spot, and, Evergreen was it. I looked at all the others, because you get to keep your legacy, right? You get to keep that. Your people still remain important. If you're bought by one of these other, like a big accounting firm, I won't call any names, but if you got bought by a big accounting firm or another big partner, your people are just going to get absorbed, and their role is going to be different. I don't care what they say, it's going to be different, and they're going to lose their importance, and they're going to lose their home, right? They'll have different bosses, things change. So it's different with Evergreen. There's more to report and more things that they require, and they push you, and make you better. Working with the Pine team for a small business like us, right? The knowledge that they pass to you, things to think about, learning. When you're doing this on your own, it's trial and error, even when you've been doing it as long as I have, right? And being a part of this group, this has just been great to work with them, and they push you, right? They get you out of your comfort zone, they get you out of your seat, your complacency, all those things go away, right? You can't just sit there. You got that MD&A every month, you got work, you got risk, you got opportunities, you got dates, you got, drive. I've told Cole this, I was like, if I would have met somebody like Evergreen in my 30s, I might have a $100 million business, right? Because they would have pushed me every week, and you would have got there whether you wanted to get there or not. It's just, it's awesome. Well, it's a hard thing to sell your business, but it gets to a point where you're almost irresponsible if you don't have a plan, right? So you better have, I can walk out of here and, get in a car wreck or one diagnosis away from, then what happens to this place, right? Then it's a fire sale, then it's, who knows what happens, right? So I think all business owners have to have that exit strategy.